Of course, here is a longer, more detailed version of the text in plain English, continuing from the last point about mold and expanding on every section with more depth and practical advice. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. This timeless saying has been passed down through generations. But what if the way you're eating your daily apple is actually undermining your health goals? Modern nutritional science reveals that many common practices with apple consumption can significantly diminish their health benefits and sometimes even create new health challenges. While apples remain one of nature's most perfect foods containing powerful antioxidants, essential vitamins and crucial dietary fiber, how we handle them from selection to storage to consumption makes all the difference in whether we're getting the full spectrum of health benefits or just enjoying a sweet, crunchy snack. This comprehensive guide will walk you through the most common mistakes people make with apples and provide evidence-based solutions to ensure every bite you take delivers maximum nutritional value to your body, supporting everything from your digestive health to your cardiovascular system and even your cognitive function. The first critical mistake is employing an improper washing technique. Many people give their apples a quick rinse under running water and consider them clean. However, this superficial cleaning does little to remove the complex layers of pesticides, waxes, and environmental contaminants that coat conventionally grown apples. According to the Environmental Working Group's annual Dirty Dozen analysis, apples consistently rank among the most pesticide-contaminated produce items. These agricultural chemicals are specifically engineered to resist weathering from rain and irrigation, making them particularly stubborn to remove with water alone. The wax coatings applied to many commercial apples to enhance their shine and prolong shelf life further complicate cleaning efforts, as they can trap pesticide residues against the fruit's skin, creating a barrier that water cannot penetrate. For truly effective cleaning, you need a more strategic and scientifically backed approach. The most supported method involves creating an alkaline soaking solution using common household baking soda. The recommended ratio is 1 teaspoon of baking soda mixed thoroughly into 2 cups of water. Allow your apples to soak in this solution for 12 to 15 minutes. The alkaline environment is crucial because it helps break down the chemical structures of many common pesticide molecules and effectively dissolves the wax coatings more effectively than acidic solutions like vinegar. After the soaking period, use a soft bristled brush specifically designed for produce to gently but thoroughly scrub the apple's entire surface, paying extra attention to the stem indentations and the calyx areas at the bottom where residues and dirt often accumulate. Finish with a thorough rinse under cool running water to wash away any dislodged particles. While some people prefer vinegar solutions, research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry has shown that a baking soda solution is significantly more effective at removing certain pesticide types, particularly the more persistent ones like phosmet and thiabendazole. Choosing certified organic apples can reduce your exposure to synthetic pesticides, but proper washing remains an essential practice for removing natural contaminants, environmental pollutants, and handling residues. The second significant mistake is overconsumption. While apples are incredibly healthy and packed with nutrients, the principle of too much of a good thing definitely applies here. Each medium apple contains approximately 4 to 5 grams of dietary fiber, primarily in the form of pectin, a soluble fiber that is renowned for supporting digestive health and feeding beneficial gut bacteria. However, consuming multiple apples within a short time frame can deliver 15 to 20 grams of fiber, which can overwhelm many digestive systems, particularly for individuals over 60 whose digestive efficiency may have naturally declined. This fiber overload commonly manifests as uncomfortable gas, bloating, abdominal distension, and cramping, as gut bacteria ferment the excess fiber that your system cannot process quickly enough. Equally important is understanding the natural sugar content within apples. A medium apple contains about 19 grams of naturally occurring fructose. While this is a natural sugar and comes packaged with fiber and nutrients, your body still metabolizes it similarly to other sugars. Consuming several apples consecutively creates a substantial fructose load that must be processed by your liver. This can potentially lead to blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes that leave you feeling fatigued and mentally foggy. For individuals monitoring blood sugar levels or triglyceride counts, this rollercoaster effect warrants careful attention. The ideal approach is thoughtful moderation. For most adults, 1 medium to large apple per day provides optimal health benefits without the adverse effects. To further stabilize your blood sugar response and enhance satiety, always pair your apple with a source of protein or healthy fats like a handful of almonds, a tablespoon of natural peanut butter, a slice of cheese, or a serving of Greek yogurt. This macronutrient combination dramatically slows sugar absorption and provides a sustained, steady energy release, preventing those sharp peaks and valleys in your energy levels. The third dangerous mistake is mishandling apple seeds. Hidden within each apple's core lie small, brown seeds that contain a compound called amygdalin. This compound can release cyanide, a potent toxin, when it is metabolized in the human digestive system. While accidentally swallowing a few seeds whole is generally harmless because the hard seed coating prevents digestion and the compounds from being absorbed, the real danger emerges when seeds are chewed, crushed, or blended, which mechanically breaks the seed coat and releases the amygdalin compound. It would require consuming a substantial quantity of thoroughly chewed seeds. approximately 100 to 150 to reach acute toxicity levels. However, regular consumption of smaller amounts over time may place an unnecessary strain on your body's detoxification systems, particularly for those with compromised liver function or older adults whose systems are less efficient. The safest and most prudent practice is to always core your apples before consumption. This is especially critical when using them in smoothies, juices, sauces, or baked goods, where seeds might be pulverized and incorporated into the food. Remember, all of apple's documented health benefits derive from its flesh and skin, never from the seeds, making seed avoidance both a safe and sensible practice. The fourth common mistake is eating apples alone. While an apple makes a convenient, portable, and seemingly healthy snack, consuming it solo, particularly on an empty stomach, can trigger rapid blood sugar fluctuations. The fruit's natural sugars hit your system quickly, and while the fiber content provides some modulation, it often proves insufficient, especially for those with pre-existing insulin resistance or metabolic concerns. The typical result is a brief energy surge followed by a crash that leaves you craving more carbohydrates and feeling fatigued soon after eating. The solution is simple yet transformative. Never eat an apple alone, always combine it with a source of protein or healthy fats. This pairing fundamentally changes how your body processes the fruit. The additional macronutrients significantly slow gastric emptying and sugar absorption, creating a gradual, steady energy release instead of a sudden spike. This approach not only manages your energy levels, but also keeps you feeling full and satisfied for a longer period, reducing the likelihood of unnecessary snacking later. Practical and delicious combinations include apple slices with almond butter, an apple with a cheese stick, chopped apple mixed into Greek yogurt, or adding apple chunks to a handful of walnuts. This small adjustment to your eating habit can dramatically improve your daily energy stability and satiety levels. The fifth nutritional mistake is peeling apples before eating them. This common practice represents one of the most significant nutritional losses in apple preparation. A substantial portion of apple's health-promoting compounds are concentrated in its vibrant skin. When you peel an apple, you discard approximately half of its total fiber content and the majority of its antioxidant and phytonutrient profile. The skin is particularly rich in pectin, a soluble fiber proven to support gut health, enhance satiety, and help manage cholesterol levels by binding to it in the digestive system. Additionally, apple skins contain high concentrations of quercetin, a flavonoid with demonstrated anti-inflammatory properties that supports cardiovascular health and cognitive function. Other skin-based compounds like triterpenoids show promise in laboratory studies for inhibiting the growth of cancer cells, particularly in the liver, colon, and breast. If you find raw apple skins difficult to digest or tough on your teeth, try slicing apples thinner, which makes the skin less noticeable, or gently cooking them by baking or stewing, which softens the skin while preserving its nutritional value. Always ensure thorough washing, as discussed previously, to make skin consumption both safe and beneficial for your health. The sixth practical mistake is improper storage solutions. Many people display apples in decorative fruit bowls on kitchen counters where they're visually appealing and easily accessible. While this practice works well for immediate consumption, it severely compromises long-term nutritional quality. Apples are still living organs after harvesting, and they continue respiring, a process that releases lean gas. This natural plant hormone accelerates the ripening process and nutrient degradation in the fruit itself, and can also affect other produce stored nearby. Leaving apples at room temperature not only hastens texture deterioration, making them soft and mealy, but also rapidly depletes their vitamin C content and overall antioxidant potency. Studies in food science journals have demonstrated that refrigerated apples retain significantly higher levels of nutrients and freshness compared to room temperature storage. The optimal approach involves storing apples in your refrigerator's crisper drawer, where cool temperatures between 30 to 35 degrees will dramatically slow metabolic processes and preserve nutritional integrity. For best results, store apples in perforated plastic bags or loosely wrapped in paper towels to maintain ideal humidity levels without promoting moisture accumulation, which can accelerate spoilation and mold growth. Make it a habit to regularly check your stored apples and promptly remove any that show early signs of decay, as one spoiled apple can emit elevated levels of ethylene gas, hastening the deterioration of other fruits and vegetables in close proximity. The seventh hazardous mistake is consuming compromised fruit. When apples develop small bruises or mold patches, many people adopt a waste not want not mentality, simply cutting away the damaged portion and consuming the remainder. However, this well-intentioned practice can carry potential health risks that aren't visible to the naked eye. Mold filaments, technically called hyphae, can penetrate deep into the fruit flesh, far beyond the visible moldy area. These microscopic fungi can produce secondary metabolites called mycotoxins, which are harmful compounds that can withstand normal cooking temperatures and may pose health risks with long-term exposure, particularly for immunocompromised individuals, children, the elderly, or those with existing mold sensitivities. While small superficial bruises generally pose minimal risk and can be safely cut away, any apple showing clear mold growth
characterized by fuzzy discolored patches, typically white, green, or blue, should be discarded entirely for your safety. Also avoid closely sniffing moldy apples, as this action can release and allow you to inhale problematic spores, which may irritate your respiratory system. The safest approach involves regular visual inspection of your apple inventory, prompt consumption of fruits that are reaching peak ripeness, and immediate removal of any apples showing spoilage signs from your storage area to protect the rest of your produce. The eighth limiting mistake is variety monotony. While personal preference and habit often lead us to purchase the same familiar apple varieties repeatedly, this comfortable routine unfortunately limits our nutritional intake. Different apple cultivars offer distinct phytochemical profiles and health benefits due to their unique genetic makeup and growing conditions. Red-skinned varieties, like Red Delicious and Fuji, contain higher anthocyanin levels, the antioxidants that give them their vibrant color, which are linked to cardiovascular protection and anti-aging benefits. Green apples, such as Granny Smith, typically feature higher fiber content and malic acid, which supports healthy digestion and provides a refreshing tart flavor complexity. Yellow and golden varieties, like Golden Delicious, often contain different flavonoid combinations that offer their own unique health advantages. By consciously rotating the apple varieties you purchase and consume, you ensure a broader exposure to a diverse range of phytonutrients and antioxidants, each offering complementary health benefits. Every visit to the grocery store or local farmer's market presents an excellent opportunity to experiment with a new or unfamiliar variety, expanding both your nutritional intake and your culinary experiences. You might discover a new favorite while giving your body a wider spectrum of nature's protective compounds.
The ninth and frequently overlooked mistake is dismissing subtle allergy signals. While true apple allergies are relatively uncommon, they represent a genuine concern for some individuals. Many mild reactions actually stem from a condition called oral allergy syndrome, where proteins in raw apples cross-react with pollen allergies. Particularly birch pollen symptoms typically include mild itching or subtle swelling of the lips, mouth, and throat, though some sensitive individuals may experience more severe responses. The noteworthy aspect of this allergy type involves its heat sensitivity. The specific proteins that trigger oral allergy syndrome are typically denatured or broken down when exposed to heat. This means cooking apples by baking, stewing, or microwaving usually makes them safe for most individuals with oral allergy syndrome to consume without experiencing any symptoms. If you consistently experience discomfort after eating raw apples, consider simply switching to cooked preparations like baked apples, homemade unsweetened applesauce, or apple-containing baked goods like muffins and pies. For persistent, unexplained, or severe symptoms, it is always wise to consult an allergist or your healthcare provider for proper testing and personalized management strategies. They can help you identify the exact trigger and develop a safe and enjoyable way to include apples in your diet. In conclusion, the humble apple truly deserves its celebrated reputation, a nutritional superstar. When consumed correctly, its rich blend of soluble fiber, powerful antioxidants, and diverse phytochemicals provides proven support for heart health, digestive function, and cellular protection against oxidative stress. However, maximizing these incredible health benefits requires mindful and informed practices, from proper washing and storage to intelligent consumption habits. By understanding and addressing these 9 common mistakes, you can transform your daily apple consumption from a simple routine habit into a strategic health-promoting practice. Remember, the apple's full incredible health potential is fully available only when we honor its natural properties and handle it with the care and knowledge this magnificent fruit deserves. Let your daily apple become not just a snack, but a conscious, deliberate, and enjoyable step toward your long-term health and vitality.